I'm almost finished with Tylick Tool Company. It's a bar mill scale model works kit. I've been working on it for about a week now. It's challenging because it's one of the first ones that bar mills put out. They put it out a long, long time ago. And so they had a lot of learning to do, and they've improved on their kits. But some of the instructions on there were photographs instead of drawings of where to put the cross bracing and side supports and everything else. So it was a little bit hard to figure out. It took some time. It took some time to figure out how to do it, but you can see right here what the end result is so far. I just have a few more details to put on this building right here. And you can see I have to put the roof on the dormers right there. And then attach the two buildings together and put it on a base. And then scenic the base. And then I'll be finished. So here are my thoughts on building this kit. Right now I just finished putting the primer coat on the walls and the foundation. And now I'm going to be working on the walkway. Here's all the walls right here. I got the primer coats on there. There's the foundation. There's two concrete foundation for both buildings, and then there is an overhang, and that is the concrete pier for that. Those are the sidewalks, so I have to touch that up with a lighter paint. Haven't decided what color I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it a light colors. The wall panels and the concrete foundation before the stain was applied. But here is the walkway in between it. This is the bracing right here, but the bracing for that goes on the top and the bottom. So I'm going to have to assemble this first before I do that. And then these trusses right here, I'm going to stain those. I'm going to make the wall first and then put those trusses in there. Truss comes in two pieces, and I got to make sure the lines line up because the nut bolt washer detail goes in there. That's these right there. And those, and from the looks of it, those look a lot thicker than those holes right there. So I might have to see if I got some smaller nut bolt washer. This is actually the second day. The first day, what I did was I put the bracing on here on all the walls, and then on some of these side walls had a 5/64 corner post. And normally I put the corner posts on last because they're flush, but these hang out a little bit, so I have to do it differently. I had to install them now, and I'll paint them the same color as I paint the wall. This is the framework for the shed. That's for the shed. This goes on, is one of the porch supports. These right here are the decking, and these are the handrails for the steps and stuff like that. Keeping everything aligned and squared while the glue dries on the walkway. A lot of work. And if you haven't seen it before, a few small doors and the garage doors. Here's the fence and some more decking and some railing right there. And here is the trim for the doors. And there is the all the windows right here. Let me get this out here. Boom. That is all the windows. So it's peel and stick. The windows come in 3 layers. These are double hung windows right there, so that's 3 layers. These windows right here go on the walkway. So that's just 2 layers right there. So the doors are usually 3 layers. You got the base and then the trim around it, and then you got a short piece up on top. And that's the stair risers. And I guess this goes around one of the garage doors right there. That's the dormers. Yes, this is peel and stick, so that's 2 layers right there, plus the acetate, and then the sides of the dormers are right here. Okay, and then there's the trim around some of the garage doors, and I'll have to see what those skinny ones are right there. That's probably the trim around the, yeah, that's the trim around the windows of the garage doors. Here's a view of how all the doors turned out. That's going to be a lot of work. That's the time-consuming part right there. This right here that I've done so far, the only reason it's taken so long is because the instructions are not very descriptive on here, and the photos are real small. So you can see this is the foundation, and this is, okay, this is, I made a copy of it because the actual pages that came in the kit are smaller than a standard sheet of paper. And so it was hard to see the detail because this is faded out, and it's probably been, they took a photograph of, instead of making a drawing of the bracing and the corner pieces, they took a photograph, and a not very good photograph of it, and probably copied this, so I don't know how many times. I had to take my time with that and try to figure out, you know, piecing it together where the bracings were, and where I had to offset the bracings, and where I had to put the corner pieces on here. So taking a little bit longer on this one. In order to line up the trusses for gluing, as you can see here, they come in 2 pieces. I had to use a number 77 numbered drill bit to align it so the holes would be aligned properly. It's an extremely tight fit in the slot and tabs of this walkway. So what I had to do is take my sanding stick, and this side is still tight. I had to sand down the inside and outside of the tab to get it in there. So the right hand side building is a little bit, the slots are a little bit narrower. According to the drawing, the floor on the walkway is up a little bit, and I think what it shows on the drawing is up the thickness of the gap between the slots, and you can see it right here, because the trusses fit underneath. Here's what it's going to look like right there. It's going to fit right there. I used 2 1/16 inch square basswood strips to align the bottom properly to get it the right height for the walkway. Currently working on the fun stuff. The doors, the windows, the stairs, the walkways, all the little detail parts. Now I finished this up right here. I got all the garage doors done. All the parts are done with that. The walk-in doors, these go on top of the walk-in doors right there. The plastic is in the windows and all that, so I just have to put those in. The stairs consists of railing and the steps. These are the steps right here. Half of them are notched. And here's the railings right here. If you're wondering what the finished stairs look like, here it is with the railings on it and the added trim. And plus there's other small pieces that I have to cut that goes on top of it. Okay, here's the walkway. This is just the corner walkway. These are all the pieces for it right here. And then I have to cut the cross bracing for that. This is what the walkway looks like, both of them, before the cross bracing, and here is what they look like after the cross bracing was installed, individually, one piece at a time. I finished up the painting this. I'll just have to weather this a little bit with Indian ink. I'm going to dilute my India ink with a little bit more alcohol. And I got all the buildings glued together. So I'm going to try to get all the windows, and these are the windows right here. Those are the double pane windows. You got a couple on the dormer and the one on the stairwell, the covered staircase right there. Those are for crane, a jib hoist. There's two porches. This is the decking for the porches. This is the uprights. I'm taking a different approach on filming the videos for my builds from the way I was doing it years ago. I spent a lot of time, weeks and weeks, building a kit because I was filming it step by step. Now I pause after taking a few steps and give you my thoughts with a short clip. And that's what you've seen today. And that's how I'll be doing them in the future. In the next couple of days, probably after the live stream, I'll have the reveal and I'll show some more videos of how I did past what you've seen on this one right here. I'm satisfied with it. I think it looks pretty good. Right here, this one is got the decking all the way around, and it's got a sidewalk and a short stoop in the back. And this one's got a porch on the side and a loading dock on the back. You can see there's a place for a crane right there. On the front, there's a place for a crane on the right-hand side building on the second floor. So those are the small details that I have to work on in the next couple of days, and mounting it and the scenery. I have a lot more content on Locals and Rumbles, so if you want to see that, go ahead over on Rumbles. The link will be in the description. You can join my community on Locals. That link is in the description also. Becoming a member, you could view the videos. If you could become a supporter, which is a replacement for Patreon, you could comment and post your own pictures on my community, just like on a Facebook group. So, until the next time, we'll see you. On Locals, membership is free and supporters get additional content.